My student became my daily nut juggler and I can't stop. Right out of college I got a
Storytime on how my ex-boyfriend cheated on me with his sister.
So stories are in the backyard. Well, Karina comes walking in. The first thing I notice is that she's wearing like a big t-shirt. Like it looks like it's probably her husband's like band tee or something.
Me and harassing me. Showing me your nasty ass nutsack.
You better stop!
And that little ass Peter walk.
You ever just knew somebody that just like they gave you too much information? Like, you know what I'm saying? You just talking this shit and they overly say some shit. Like some shit that's kinda crazy.
A booty hole is not a vagina.
Okay, you might say why this matters, because we're gonna be nosy this episode, my nigga. We're gonna go on TikTok and look up Storytimes. We're gonna watch other people's stories and people's lives and people's crazy ass fucking life stories and shit. Alright, let's get into this bitch.
Yeah, it's peanut jelly. Chopper gon' head to a fuck nigga belly. Look at the stars in the big body telly. Got big body bands on my.
So I look, you might get some cereal. Let me get one more bite and we'll be back in the video.
My student became my daily nut juggler and I can't stop. Right out of college I got a job teaching high school. I was 22 years old and teaching kids who were 14 to 18.
I was starved as a kid, and here are some of the crazy things I ate. So, just to clarify this, I did eat, but first of all, a lot of the food I ate was rations from my friends because I wasn't being fed at home, so they give me, like, food off their lunch plate, like the little things you'd have on the side, like an apple, you know, a granola bar, like, I don't even know. And I was, like, technically fed dinner, but it would oftentimes be raw and burnt at the same time. There'd be bugs in it, it'd have gone bad, be fermented. I'd also sneak a lot of like expired cereal because I think I touched on this before, but my stepdad, when he didn't like us, he'd buy worse cereal, which he blatantly said before. So there were these boxes and boxes of plain Cheerios. And he would buy boxes in a specific order, and then we were supposed to keep track of what order he bought the boxes in, or we'd get horribly punished if we forgot, and if we opened more than one box, we'd also be punished too. So, I eat from the wrong box of Cheerios, or at night, after our strict cutoff of eating time at, I don't know, after dinner, I would eat some, and then I get in huge trouble, and he found out because he had cameras around the house, and somehow figured out that I took an extra handful of Cheerios. Keep in mind, these cameras were, like, hidden in cabinets, like, they were secret cameras, and he'd also lurk around the stairs and, like, just watch.
Yeah, that nigga a demon. That's a demonic entity. Up at fucking 2 in the morning, lurking by the stairs, waiting for you. That nigga the devil. When saying his greatest soldiers.
My lace panties literally flew off my balcony and landed on the patio of the one man in our building that every woman wanted, and every woman was terrified of. There was something new in his voice, something I'd never heard before. The elevator stayed trapped in darkness, and I was trapped in something far more dangerous. His lips were an inch from mine. I didn't know what was about to happen, but I knew one thing for sure. There was no escaping.
This is story time, so stop scrolling and just fucking listen. Now I'm not gonna, I had a problem with being a side nigga to dude's girlfriend. Like if the NBA...
My husband's coworker tried to seduce him right in front of me and our infant daughter and her own man. Story time. This was a few years ago, shortly after my husband and I had our first child. He was working at this office that he was relatively new at. He worked with this one guy we'll call Blake, and Blake's wife also worked at the office. We'll call her Karina.
Bro.
Mind you, they had a child together, and they had been together for something crazy like 10 years or something. My husband was kind of getting to know Blake pretty well, but hadn't really talked to Karina much. Until one day, he comes home kind of late, which is not abnormal for his work. Sometimes he comes home a little bit early, sometimes he's staying late. That's just how it is. I think nothing of it. He starts telling me that he got caught up talking to Karina. He's still very much in the beginning stages of like trying to get to know your coworkers, so he was kind of just excited at the opportunity to talk to somebody and get to know them. So he tells me that he got caught up talking to Karina, and he was like, yeah, apparently she's like really into yoga. And he says, yeah, it was kind of awkward because she was showing me videos of her doing yoga and I didn't know what to say. And I was like, oh, she was showing you videos of her doing yoga?
Hey.
Like that is, and she wouldn't do that. I don't think she would do that. And I'm like, I don't know, because how did this conversation go down? Was there anyone else in the office late? He said everybody was packing up to leave and he had some things to do. So after everybody else leaves the office, Karina comes up to him and says, hey, how about we finish this bottle of wine?
She wanna hold in a back shot position. Oh, child. Yeah.
To finish this wine, my husband's like, hell yeah, let's, pop bottles. Okay, that's kind of the vibe. So I say, let me get this straight.
So like,
she saw that you were one of the last people in the office. She waited until everyone else left and then came up to you, offered you to finish a bottle of wine, and then showed you videos of her doing yoga. And I'm like, okay, what was she wearing in these yoga videos? Was she wearing something revealing? And he's like, well, I guess she was wearing like tight yoga pants and stuff. And I'm like, yeah, like there's no way he throws a pool party at his house for all the people that work in the office. So now I'm going with him with our baby daughter, and I'm gonna meet all his coworkers for the first time. I already know that Karina is a weird bitch, so I'm waiting. And my husband's like, no, I think she's gonna love you. I think she's just like socially inept, like she'll like you, she'll be excited to meet you. So we go, I start talking to another lady that my husband works with. She's super nice, we're chatting. I kind of say hi to everybody in the house, and some of the other coworkers are in the backyard. Well, Karina comes walking in. The first thing I notice is that she's wearing like a big t-shirt, like it looks like it's probably her husband's like band tee or something, and she's only wearing her bikini bottoms underneath. So it kind of looks like she's just wearing like a t-shirt and underwear. And the thing is, like, we haven't all gotten in the pool yet. Like, nobody's gotten in the pool. So like, why are you not wearing pants? She sees my husband and she gives him a big old hug. A big hug, like as if they don't work together every day, like she hasn't seen him in years, like a big hug, okay? And here's the thing, like okay, like if you're a straight woman, let's say, and you're hugging like your male coworker, you're in a relationship, he's in a relationship, how are you gonna hug him? Keep that in mind. How are you gonna hug him? Oh, it's gonna be like a little side hug, like you barely want to touch him, right? That's not what she did. That's not what she did. She stands on her tippy toes and wraps her arms around his neck. My husband's like, oh, I'm so excited for you to meet my wife. This is Desi. Okay, I watch her face. Okay, she goes from looking at my husband. She's looking at him. She sees me. She's like, okay. I saw it. Slow motion, 4K. I saw it. She's like, oh, it's nice to meet you, kind of thing, okay? And one thing about me is I'm not going to give bad vibes because I'm not going to muddy up their behavior with my own bad energy, because I want to give all the good vibes so that I can see how they're truly going to act, okay? So I'm going to act dumb. I'm going to be like, hey, it's so nice to meet you, okay? So then everyone's like, okay, let's go in the backyard and sit around like the table and play this like party card game. It's basically truth or dare. So we all sit down in a circle. Karina and Blake, husband and wife, okay, me and my husband, and a couple other coworkers, including one guy. Basically the only eligible bachelor. We'll call him Justin. At one point, it's her turn in the game. She chooses dare. The dare is for her to do a silly dance. She decides that she's gonna get on the coffee table that's in between us and dance with her ass right in Justin's face. Oh, and I forgot to mention that Karina is unfortunate. Like she actually did. Because my husband is the hottest guy in the office. Like her husband's all right, but she's bored with him. She had him. She wants some fresh meat, okay? And then the other guy, Justin,
I'm like, what do you say fuck me for?
Strutting around like she's about to get in the pool, but she doesn't want to get into the pool until my husband sees her out of the pool with her whole body on display. But he's not noticing. He's not looking at her. So she just keeps kind of like going back and forth. Finally, my husband, like, naturally turns his head that way. I'm sorry, but I'm gonna have to make a part 2, so let me know.
Story time on how my ex-boyfriend cheated on me with his sister. Let's just get into it. So story starts and I'm dating this guy for like a year. We were the type of couple that was like, oh my god, like they're gonna last forever, like they're literally perfect. So he has this sister and she's like half a year younger than him. It's like not that crazy of an age difference, it's really close. So we all went to the same school and literally she hated me for no reason. Like her whole family loved me but her. First couple of months of us dating, like it was never like weird. I never had any suspicion. He was actually quite literally rude to his sister, so like I wouldn't ever think anything of it. I mean, no one really does that, so yeah. Anyways, this girl hated me for literally no reason, hated my guts, and talked bad about me around the whole entire school. But you know what? I let it slide because I loved his family and we were together, and I was like, why would I let your little sister stop me from
Little sister,
hating you?
bro.
I'm not gonna let that break us up. Anyways, that should have been my first red flag because he would tell me that I'm insane and I need to get over it. But yeah, that was really weird. Plus, my friends thought it was really weird, especially how he didn't really do anything. He just let it happen. So yeah, I should have took that as my first red flag because that's insane. You're not gonna do anything when your sister is bashing you around the whole entire school and to everybody. As time went on, like, I would come over to their house and he was always like kind of weird with his sister. With his sister or not, he'd always make like really weird remarks about like how she looked and her body looked. It low-key kind of brushed me off like really weird, but I was like, okay, like that's his sister, like nothing weird like that, because who would think that you're banging your little sister? Not me. So one day I was planning on going to my friend's house and I told him, and he was like kind of being really weird about it. He was also just like a really controlling person. Like, he would never let me hang out with my friends or anything or even go out. So I was just like, whatever. I didn't think much of it. We end up arguing and then I finally get to go because like he gets to go anywhere whenever he wants. So it's not really fair. So I was just hanging out with my friend in her bed and my boyfriend was just acting really weird. Oh, weird that he's never acted before. Like, he's like ghosting me and not talking to me. Just really weird. Something he never did before. It made me feel so weird. So in his neighborhood, there's like a park. And mind you, this was like 10 o'clock at night. So his location is set at the park for like 30 minutes. And I'm like, okay, like whatever. He's probably just hanging out at the park. It just made me feel really weird because he was acting really weird. And it's just like, why are you acting like that? So after like 30 minutes, he was still at the park for like an hour. So he completely ghosted me. And I was like, you know what? Why don't we just walk to the park? So that's exactly what I did. Me and my friend walked to the park without him knowing, and I turned off my location. So we get to the park, and mind you, like, you couldn't be able to see us. Like, he wouldn't have been able to see us. It was so dark. So I was like, this is like low-key perfect. Like, what if I catch him doing something? Like, I didn't want to, but like, I was like, you know what, for the plan. So as we get closer to the park, I hear talking, and yeah. And it's a girl, so I look at my friend like, oh, heck. Soda, we get quiet and creep up on them. As I get close enough to see them, I see his sister and him. I see them doing something crazy that you should never do with your sister. You guys can kind of pick up what I can't even like tell you what I said. I was just like so disgusted. I was like, that's your sister. And he was saying the usual, like, it's not what you think, I promise, like, I can explain. His sister's just over there, like, shaking in her boot. I was just literally so disgusted, and I was like, oh, hell no, like, we're leaving right now. Because what does one do in that situation when you see your boyfriend doing a squirrel dance on his sister? Like,
what is that?
Immediately broke up with him, and then after that, for months, he's told people that I cheated on him.
I would expose.
Low-key didn't tell people that he did the renegade on his sister because, like...
Ain't that how you go for my trip?
I secretly smeared a bit of blue paint onto my wife's dress, then I walked up to everyone acting like nothing happened. Seeing that she noticed nothing, I sneered inside. Next, I deliberately pulled my friend's girlfriend aside, leaving my wife alone with my friend outside. Once inside, my friend's girlfriend asked what I needed her to do. I casually said we just had to wait 30 seconds before going back out. I picked up a desk lamp and pretended to mess with it. Before she could ask anything else, I said time was up and led her back into the room. Outside, my wife and my friend were still celebrating, raising their glasses and smiling as they wished me happy birthday. But my eyes were locked on my friend's hand.
How long? How long have you been doing this?
Enraged, I grabbed the desk lamp and charged at him, demanding to know how the paint got on his hand. My friend panicked and claimed he brushed against something on the roadside earlier. Hearing that, all I felt was helplessness. I lifted my glass and drank it. In one go, I was about to expose their affair right then and there. But before I could say a word, it felt like my head was struck by a hammer. A wave of dizziness hit me, and I collapsed on the floor. When I opened my eyes again, it happened the night before, and demanded to know what she had put in my drink. She played dumb and said she didn't understand. In a rage, I blurted out that I had smeared paint on her dress, but my wife said I must have been dreaming. Her dress was hanging right there, perfectly fine. In disbelief, I grabbed the dress and checked checked it over and over. There wasn't a trace of paint. Was everything last night just a dream? I cautiously asked if yesterday had been my birthday. She smiled and said today was. I immediately grabbed my phone and opened the calendar. It matched exactly what she said, but deep down, I knew something wasn't right. So I brushed it off, saying I was just too tired, and went to the bathroom as an excuse. Deliberately turned on the faucet and made a phone call. Outside, my wife and my friend thought they had finally fooled me and couldn't wait to continue their affair. Just then, a sharp camera shutter sound rang out. A man dressed in black appeared on the screen. Coldly, he said he had recorded everything and would send the photos to their parents and relatives. My wife panicked and begged him not to do it. She even offered him a huge sum of money, but the man shook his head. He said he didn't want money. He only wanted her to personally message me and admit her infidelity to protect her so-called dignity. My wife had no choice but to comply. At that moment, I stepped out from the shadows. The man in black removed his mask. It was my friend's girlfriend. It turned out that last night, in the bathroom, she was the one I had called. This entire setup was planned by the two of us. There was only one goal to make. My wife confess her betrayal herself.
Y'all, at this point,
Yo,
I
that
don't
was
even want to
actually
show my face.
that was actually a good video. I ain't gonna lie, that was actually good. That was both smart.
Oh. And I think I'm not gonna show it for a long time.
A man is claiming to be my
Because what
husband and
this
have
man
twins
just
with me
sent
that I've never met.
It's just so disgusting, so disrespectful. You're posting my mother on your page now. You're posting people that I care about. Like, that shit is lame. You emailing me and harassing me, showing me your nasty ass nutsack and that little ass Peter Wacker.
How a hacker helped me find out that my boyfriend was a predator. I saw a woman on here who had a very similar story, and not 2 days passed, I get a "Hey girly" text on Facebook. "Hey girly, do you know Abraham?" Yes, I'm saying his name. Cause girl. And I was like, "Yeah, that's my boyfriend. Why do you ask?" Heart is in my asshole, by the way. They're like, well, we have a video of him, and if you don't send us $500, we're gonna send it to his family and post it. And I was like, where did you get it? What the fuck? How do I even know you're talking about my fucking boyfriend? I know scams, okay? You fucking weirdo. They're like, no, yeah, this is your boyfriend. I'm like, okay, if it is my boyfriend and he sent it to you, that means he's cheating on me, so post it. I don't give a fuck. They FaceTime me, bitch. I didn't see the people on the screen, but they FaceTime me. They've got the phone and they're pointing it at the computer screen, and it's a video of my man, ex at the time, obviously, or ex now, man at the time, I meant to say. My man at the time, fucking, he's in his uniform, hat low, covering his eyes and shit.
First of all, what the hell is going on in the background? I ain't gonna watch that. She's torturing him right now. She got the nigga in the basement. Does anybody just notice the nigga just started screaming?
Post it, I don't care, because I was upset. They go, oh my god, bitch, I gotta hold your hand for this. They go, he thought he was sending it to a 16-year-old girl.
Die. So ex, y'all, and I had to share this with y'all. So this couple, this interracial couple, went on a date, right? Now this dude posted this on Facebook originally and it went viral. He said, "This is why I don't usually date outside my race." Now, if y'all have never seen the movie Get Out, you better go watch it. So basically he went out with this girl. They went on a date. That was a picture of them. And then she texted him saying, "I definitely enjoyed our night out, but I don't think my parents can find out about us. ... He said,
they despise black guys. My last black boyfriend, let's just say it didn't go. It's not funny. That's not funny. They really sent him to jail. They really set him up to be put in jail for life for something he didn't even do. Google something Willington. I really like you, but I don't want anything to happen to you. I like you too, and yeah, that's crazy. I went to school with him.
Same here. And why?
Maybe if you sat down and had a
they
conversation.
despise black guys.
I really like you. Will not lose you. I don't want to lose you neither. Mom and stepdad said they would be down to meet you for lunch this evening. I want to chat. That is some fucking get out shit. But not only this, hold on.
Sat down and had a conversation.
Jerome
with
Willington.
Listen up.
Money laundering. Oh yeah, I don't understand why are people racist? Like, it's just
dinner, and shows receipts of the meeting.
This
is so creepy. So he took her phone and saw a message.
He seems well put together. It's something about him, and it's something about him and Jeff don't approve of. Me and Jeff don't approve of. Can I not zoom in?
What in the Get Out, right? Now this dude in the movie Get Out thought about us. Set him up to be put in. And she said, I'll ask, LOL, because I really like the parents. He takes a screenshot
on a dinner date with her brain surgery parents, kind of nervous.
Of the dinner and shows receipts of the meeting. This is so creepy. So he took her phone and saw a message. This is so creepy, y'all.
Read all of it.
He said, it says basically that was her talking to her mom, mommy love. He seems well put together, but it's something about him me and Jeff don't approve of. He seems like he would be good around the house for things we need, but not for a relationship. Tried to convince him to start working for us, and once we take a trip to the mountains this summer, well, know the rest. Well, you know the rest. What? And then she said, Mom, I really like him. Can I at least keep him? He's very sweet. What? And then she said, not at all. Dating a black guy in the South, especially Mississippi, is not recommended.
This is actually Get Out.
Do as
This is
you're
actually Get Out, bro.
please.
This is
You'll
having
find
Get
someone
Out.
better. And then she says, okay, I'll let him know that Jeff is hiring for work around the house. And like, what? He then posted this post on FB saying, so this is why I stopped dating outside my race. Hold
on. Slow your roll. I ain't gonna lie. The Milky's got it. I ain't gonna lie. Like, ain't nothing wrong with dipping your motherfucking Oreo in a glass of milk. If you catch my drift. I ain't gonna lie, the Milky, the Snow Bunny be having it. At first I didn't think so, but I ain't gonna lie. As the years go by, the Snow Bunnies do be having a little bit. Who else? We got Margaret Robert Ramsey, and then that girl, Scarlett Johansson. I'm about to bust. I'm not gonna lie, every since I was watching Game of Thrones, that one girl, I forgot her name, but she was low-key kind of bad too. What's the name of Euphoria? Yeah, Sydney Sweeney. Yeah, she up there too. We got so sidetracked because this nigga actually going through shit. We talking about Milkies. I'll get back to the motherfucker.
Good and set up. And to this day, she still don't know that I saw those messages in her phone because I left afterwards and never said nothing else about it. Be careful out here, especially in Mississippi. Y'all better be safe. This is crazy. This is literally insane that this is a true story.
Pregnancy for the entire 9 months from my parents, my family, and my friends. Okay, so
how the hell did you hide your entire pregnancy for 9 months? And you realize you would have to have a big ass belly. So everybody just thought her ass was obese.
You are now watching a fucking go.
Spent 12 in the baby stuff. You that one guy the hoes used to rate love. You that one guy that blew and eyes take love. Let a bitch ask for something, I'ma say no. Let him try to pass the wood, I'ma say no. You ain't never seen the Drake with the A-chord. Lamb chops with the zip, fuck the steak sauce. Seen him out, he got to run it home like his baseball.
Existence can be beautiful.